What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red River Aviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we have the trip report on the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport on July 26, 2021. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. And with all that being said, let's begin. Welcome to Gate Alpha 38 in the Alpha Concourse. This is quite the unique situation coming off the unfortunate sequence of events from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport layover vlog. Nevertheless, I was still super excited to get on board this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 November 881 November with service to none other than Tulsa International Airport. Without any further delay, let's get on board and get seated. And welcome to seat AA aboard this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 main cabin ECHTA. What a phenomenal seat. Right here though, we have the absolutely stunning American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Reno Air Heritage paint scheme. It was so awesome to finally get to see this during the day. Absolutely amazing. And then right here we have the seat back contents, as you can see, with the new safety car, which was nice. A lot of leg room, which everybody always loves. Plenty of room to move around. And of course, this is the Oasis cabin, but this was actually upgraded to Kodiak, as you'll see through some of the clips where we have the new headboard between first class and main cabin, so that was really nice right there. Here's a better look at our seat AA here in main cabin ECHTA. As you can tell, we have an ample amount of legroom, which is really nice. Despite this being a short flight, it was still nice to be back in main cabin ECHTA. We have the seat back contents and the device holder, which is quite an interesting thought here on the Oasis and Kodiak cabins, to say the least. Then we have this beautiful engine wing view combo, which I really like, and Reno Air going strong. He was out to Boise, Idaho today, which is a really nice mainline service during the summer. And all this ground service equipment going super strong. Thank you to all of our ramp employees for making our airports run. I think DFW has several hundred ramp employees, so really appreciate it from all of them. It really means a lot. Here's the armrests, which are kind of flimsy, to be quite honest. And then down here we also have the flotation device, which is really nice to see. And lo and behold, it was already time to push back from Gate Alpha 38 in the Alpha Concourse at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Be sure to stay on the lookout for the full pushback, engine start, and taxi videos. This was definitely a unique taxi out, as we have to go all the way back since we can't turn around this little alleyway, which is really cool. We had a fairly simple taxi for DFW standards. We took Echo Juliet and made a left on Lima and went all the way down Lima before holding short of Echo Foxtrot, and then surprisingly we went over to the other side of the runway and held short before we took off on runway 17 right. I'm not sure if this was for spacing or what it was, but it was definitely interesting to say the least. It was also very nice to get to see so many American Airlines and other airlines aircraft taxiing around DFW. It was super active during the summer and I got some great pictures. It was absolutely awesome. And here's where we taxi across the runway right here. This was very interesting for sure. It was about at this point that I realized that we were not taking off right then and there, which was very interesting. So as you can see, we just went over to the other side and we ended up doing a turn. It was definitely really interesting, but hey, it's all good. It's definitely something unique to say the least. And here's our takeoff on runway 17 right at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's do this. Due to a thunderstorm in the proximity of Tulsa, we ended up having to adjust our flight plan quite a bit to make it into TUL this evening. We ended up having to fly pretty far east of Dallas before we were able to finally turn north towards Tulsa, but it did provide some great views on our way up to 25,000 feet. And here we go with the 737 seatback contents. We have the October 2019 rendition of the safety card. Really cool to get one of the newer ones. Most of the time I've got the previous one, so really nice to get that. And I like their colored banner, that's pretty cool too. And unfortunately, the only other item you're gonna find nowadays with American is the waist bag, as unfortunately the American Way magazine is no longer. I'm gonna miss it dearly, man. It was such a great magazine, as we will for always remember. So unfortunate. And of course we have the Kodiak cabin. It's one of those things, it is what it is, I suppose. And then Cirrus clouds do develop during the summer, believe it or not, so cool to see those. Now let's dive into some information about the American Airlines Boeing 737-800. American Airlines has 304 Boeing 737-800s with 271 active and 33 stored according to airfleets.com, but that number has been fluctuating constantly as of late as American's been bringing back older 737s very fast. American stored several 737s during the pandemic, but has brought almost all of them back over the last year and hopefully more to come. American has retrofitted the majority, if not all, of their Boeing 737-800s with Kodiak as far as I'm aware, which definitely has its pros and cons. American typically uses the 737 on a variety of mainline flights around the United States, and they're relatively evenly distributed between American Airlines hubs. You'll find American Airlines 737s operating 45-minute flights like this Tulsa to Dallas example, but you'll even find American Airlines 737s flying routes like Miami to San Francisco, which can be almost a 6-hour flight depending on wind directions. The Boeing 737 has been a workhorse for American in a variety of ways, and I believe that there's definitely a chance the 737-800 goes down as one of the most valued aircraft in the American Airlines fleet. This particular 737-800, November 881 November, is one of the middle of the pack American Airlines 737-800s in the fleet. She was delivered brand new to American Airlines on the 13th of December of 2011. This 737-800 was only 9.5 years old at the time of the flight and is still going strong to this day. Air travel has made huge strides since 2020, and there's no doubt that the numbers reflect that. From January 2021 to December 2021, the Dallas-Fort Worth to Tulsa route saw 248,000 passengers according to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics. Pre-pandemic, that number was about 300,000 consistently. While we're not quite back to where we started, and definitely some assets are gone for good, we are doing pretty darn good all things considered. Let's not forget about this amazing view from 8A as we are approaching Tulsa International Airport. Luckily, the storm has depleted to this point, and there are some really cool lingering storm clouds for us to look at on our approach in the TUL. Our approach in Tulsa International Airport is as simple as they come. We made a straight in for runway 36 right after making a slight turn in from the southeast. Despite the simple setup, this approach made for some amazing views of the Oklahoma plains and Tulsa as a whole. Let's end off this trip the right way and recap this flight on our approach for runway 36 right at TUL. I thought American Airlines did an excellent job with this flight. Even though it was uneventful inside the cabin, I still had a great time following our unique flight plan returning home to Tulsa International Airport. The crew was awesome, the seat was solid, and the experience was fun. 8A on the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 is an awesome seat in main cabin extra. I would recommend it to anybody flying an American 737-800 looking for a little extra legroom if you get a good price on the product. Stay on the lookout for the in-flight videos as those will be coming out very soon. But nevertheless, here's the landing on a runway 36 right at Tulsa International Airport. Enjoy, everybody. Welcome to Tulsa International Airport, everybody. We had a very simple taxi back to the terminal. We took Juliet 2 and we went all the way down Juliet and we made it to our gate Alpha 9. It was by far one of the simplest taxis I've ever been a part of.
Let me be the first to welcome you to Tulsa, where the local time is now 8:06 p.m. On behalf of American Airlines, we'd like to thank you for flying with us.
Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report on board the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport. Stay on the lookout for the upcoming in-flight videos from this leg of the Daytona Beach trip along with all the upcoming content from my next trip. Y'all will not want to miss that. Also, don't forget to check out the Daytona Beach playlist so you guys do not miss any videos from this trip. With all that being said, my name is Director of Aviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Director of Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Director of Aviation is signing off.